Let's get ready to shake things up with vibrato, part 2. We're going to get into practicing this with your bow now, and we're going to talk about the width of the vibrato and the cycling of the vibrato in this little bit right here. I like to come to the wall to hold the scroll still when you vibrate, just because the simple reason that sometimes when you vibrate, you want to try to minimize the motion of the scroll, because that'll minimize the motion on your bow. Now, if your bow is moving up and down, you can't get a tone break. All right, so we're going to minimize the ability for the up and down motion of the vibrato to impact the bow by putting the scroll against the wall like this. And then also, well, we'll talk about, if your vibrato gets too wide, that can also cause a tone break. But for right now, just let's follow this exercise. So let's see, everyone can see me? All right, my scroll is against the wall. I'm going to start with second finger on the D string in third position. I'm going to start on the pitch A, and I'm going to do a full down bow on A with my knuckle at close to a 90-degree angle. Remember, we talked about forward this is going to be at pitch right here, 90-degree angle. We're going to lower the pitch by close to a half step and come back to a flat finger, and that's going to be somewhere near A flat. All right, so here we go. Down bow A natural, up bow A flat. And then back for A flat. And then down bow A. And then back. All right, so on the back part, that's where you can lose contact with the string. So you have to just make sure you keep the pressure in on the back part of the vibrato. It's easy to keep the string all the way in the fingerboard on the forward part. It's harder on the back part. So if you lose contact with the fingerboard on the backswing, you could get a crack in your vibrato tone. All right, so now that was like a full bow for each pitch, A flat. Now I'm going to do quarter notes. I'm going to slur 4. And so when we do that, we're working on just keeping a nice consistent tone from A natural to A flat. Now we're going to do eighth notes, or eight different pitches. And then finally, we're going to go to another rhythm, which is forward, back forward, back forward, back forward. Sort of like a dotted 8/16. This is what I call one shake. We're starting to get a cycle developed here. And you're going to do that for as long as you want, until it feels comfortable doing one cycle. And you want to spend as little time on the back part as possible. We're going to make that backswing very quick and snappy. All right, here we go. 2 shakes. So now I'm going to do 2 forward shakes, or you could think of it as 2 backwards shakes. You'll hear. And then we're going to go to 3 shakes. Same thing. And I'm thinking forward, forward, forward. And then finally, I finish with 4 shakes. And then you can try continuous if you want. All right, and then you're going to repeat on all other strings. I'm going to show you third finger just to give you one more example of this. All right, so we're going to start with B natural, down bow, B flat, up bow, down bow, up bow. Quarter notes, slur 4. Again, we're defining the width of the vibrato here to be about a half step. Speed it up to eighth notes, or 8 per bow. Or I should say 4 complete cycles of the vibrato. We're going to call this a cycle. At pitch, that's 1 cycle. Second cycle, 3 cycles. So now we're going to do the dotted 8/16 rhythm, where you're going to hear one sort of repeated pulse. This is 1 cycle. 2 cycles. can have your thumb underneath too, whatever's more comfortable. 3 cycles. 4 cycles. And then constant. And so there you have for vibrato. This is what I do to work on width of the vibrato and also building up the cycles of the vibrato. Next part, we're going to talk about the speed, how to speed the vibrato up so that it, sort of, it's not so slow. It's more of like a shimmer. All right, that's coming up next.